Find vibrant health and more energy with 52 small weekly changes in Gene Sumner's book, Journey to Raw. Get your copy today with a small donation at worldwellnesseducation.org. Healing Journeys is presented by World Wellness Education, whose mission is to educate the world about wellness one story at a time. Hi, I'm Tracy Brosman, and my guest today is Laurie Zacco. She's going to share her healing journey with high cholesterol and hypothyroidism. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here today, Laurie.
My pleasure.
So you were initially diagnosed with high cholesterol and hypothyroidism.
Yes, my brother's a physician.
Okay.
And he kind of noticed some signs that was giving that away. And so he tested me in 1999 with both those diseases.
And so when you were tested, well, first of all, what were the signs that he saw?
I was tired. He noticed after eating I was tired. I didn't have any, I was pretty sluggish, just noticed I didn't have any get up and go. High cholesterol runs in my family, so he kind of, thought that he should test me for that. And lo and behold, when he did, I had both those diseases.
So with that diagnosis, what happened at that point? Did you go on medication or
I did. I went on medication and stayed on medication for quite a while. In fact, I'm still on medication for thyroid. Probably about 2 years ago, I got off of the cholesterol medicine.
Okay. So you went on medication. Did the medication help?
It does. It helps. It's a Band-Aid, but it got me through until I could get to this point.
And then what happened? Did you get better, or did you continue to get worse?
From reading some books and getting more familiar with how the body works, I realized for me, I decided to get off of cholesterol medicine and kind of try to do it on my own.
Okay.
And that worked pretty good. My triglycerides came down from 453 to 153. My total cholesterol is around 200 now, and that's without medication.
And how did you do that?
I changed my eating habits, and I changed my my overall habits. I started to get more sleep. I started to drink more water. I started to exercise more. I started to eat right.
So let's take it one thing at a time. So when you say get more sleep, how much sleep were you getting before?
Well, my quality of sleep was lacking because in 2005 I was diagnosed with sleep apnea. So, however, I always went to sleep. I slept pretty good hours. My quality of sleep, unbeknownst to me, because sleep apnea is kind of, you don't know you have it sometimes. In fact, I denied I had it until I got a sleep study.
Okay.
And I had an overnight sleep study at the pulmonologist, and diagnosed me with, I was 1 point below severe sleep apnea.
Wow.
So I had another sleep study about 3 or 4 months ago, and I do not have sleep apnea any longer. And the clinician there was just flabbergasted. She said I was one of the only cases, in fact, I was the only case that she had known about that did it through lifestyle changes. The other person that she knew had reverse sleep apnea was somebody who had gastric bypass. Okay. So quality of sleep is very important.
And you said you did that through lifestyle changes.
I did, solely through lifestyle changes.
So your sleep was one of the lifestyle. You got more sleep, but it wasn't really through a lifestyle change that got you more sleep, right?
Well, the sleep apnea was big, and when I learned how important it was, I tried to get to sleep earlier.
Okay.
I tried to get in bed, around 8 or 9 o'clock, and I try to get good quality sleep by not, eating too late, not drinking too much to where I have to get up. I try not to drink.
Go to the bathroom.
So, just different things allows me to get a little bit better quality sleep.
And I know that you had said that you were always fighting, that you were overweight, and you were always fighting that. Was that part of your journey as well?
It was. That was a big part of my journey. That I always had a question, why can't I lose weight? So since I was about 13, I noticed I was starting to get overweight. So from then on, I was overweight, and then part of that time I was pretty severely obese. One time I weighed 250 pounds, and it was after a motorcycle accident that I had that, I was recovering from, and I was not doing much moving, and so I gained a lot of weight at that time. And so I looked in the mirror one day, and I just made a vow to myself that I was gonna finally lose weight.
And how did you go about doing that?
Well, I always focused on food when I went to lose weight. In fact, a friend of mine asked me, "Do you think you have any emotional issues that may be keeping you from losing weight?" And I thought that was, preposterous, And it's amazing how my
It's
thinking
like emotions don't cause weight gain, right?
my thinking is completely reversed, and that now I think that's all it has to do with.
Really? Okay, so that's fascinating because
Yeah.
we talk a lot about food, and I know food does play in it, but why was it the emotions? What makes you think that?
Well, we have all kinds of mechanisms that we go through our life with that kind of stop us from thinking about what may be the real culprit to things. And so we do things to sweep them under the rug or cover them up, and we don't believe, what's going on. And it wasn't until I really dove down into my psyche and trying to get the answer to, because I had all the other things in life pretty much. I felt good about, all the other aspects of my life. The one thing I did not feel good about was why I couldn't lose weight. And so, being a bound and determined person, I finally got down to the bottom of it.
But how did you do that?
Just one day at a time, just reading a lot of books and talking to some friends and going to meetings and trying to make lifestyle changes. And if you stick with it and you don't give up, then good things will happen.
So what was the emotion that was keeping you from losing weight?
Oh, that's going to take a lot of time. But it was just some things that I had to become aware of that were going on within me that I had to bring into the light, and I had to look at it and sit quietly and stare at it and understand, I wanted the answer to my question: why can't I lose weight? And I had to bring that up to the front and really. And so every day, I'm pretty astounded with what comes up, because now I'm open to it and I see a lot more, and a lot more comes up, almost daily.
So when you were able to confront more of the emotional eating, was it easier to lose weight? I mean, was it just easier to make better food choices, or, I mean, how did that affect?
You just became aware of what I was doing. Instead, before, I had no idea what was going on. I didn't even know it existed within me. So now that I'm aware of it, I can look at it when it comes up and go, okay, why am I thinking about this particular food right now? Why am I thinking about that? And it's not because, I like the food, or there's a psychological reason why I think about maybe eating that food when I know that I probably shouldn't. So it's more than just, hey, I want a piece of chocolate cake, or I want that slab of ribs, or I want those French fries. It's more than that for me. Right. There's a reason. If I back up, there's a reason why I'm thinking about that at that particular time.
Oh, it wasn't because of hunger or to fuel your body or any of that?
No, it never is. It's a psychological reason why I did that.
How much weight did you lose?
I lost 100 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, I went from 250 to 150.
So how did that affect your health by losing that much weight?
It just affects, along with the learning and the doing, it's really not, the weight loss is great. I'm healthier, I move around easier, obviously I look better, but the pleasant side effects that have came along with that is really what is the fireworks, for me. That happens every day. I was once upon a time this person, and now I'm this person. So it really changed me a lot as a person.
And you said you're still on thyroid medication.
I am.
What type of medications, let's go back to like at the height of everything, because I know you were diagnosed with several things. What was all of the diagnosis?
Well, high cholesterol, high triglycerides, hypothyroidism. Then I learned later I have Hashimoto's disease, and that was probably my latest.
And then the sleep apnea.
Yeah, the sleep apnea. But Hashimoto's is what I'm really working on, right now a lot. Learn a lot about Hashimoto's disease.
And were you on medications for all of these different things?
I'm not on medication for Hashimoto's. Lifestyle change is the biggest favor I can do myself when it comes to all these diseases. Even though some things may run in my family, I learned that 20% has to do with genetics, and I have control over the other 80%. So I just focus on making lifestyle changes, doing better every day. It never ends. I don't just learn and then stop.
Right.
I'm learning every day. I mean, I've been at this a long time, and I'm still learning and reading. I study a lot, and I'm learning every day and changing every day. I'm not just staying the same. I'm changing all the time.
Now, as far as I know, you're getting better sleep,
Yeah.
more sleep. How much sleep a night?
I
do you
get
get
probably between 8 and 9 hours of sleep per night.
And then what other type of lifestyle changes did you make?
Oh boy, I should, lack of a nicer way to say it, I focused on the information that's coming into my psyche all the time. I realized that even though I thought I was handling the news and handling negative people in my life, I don't do that anymore. I'm very particular about who comes into my life, what I hear in my ears, what I see with my eyes. I don't let a lot of negativity in my life at all.
So that affects your stress levels then.
Yeah, I tried to get a lot of stress out of my life. That's probably one of the most important, the biggest thing that I've done. More water, more exercise, more sleep, better food choices. I've been on a 100% raw food diet for 2 years now. So I'm 100% raw vegan. I decided I would try that. It's like I said, I'm always changing and I'm always trying different things. But I said I'd give myself a year on that. It's been 2. The jury's still out on some things, so I'm going to give it some more time. I've been feeling pretty good, so I'm gonna stick with that for a little while longer and see how I feel.
Well, that's great. And you have been feeling better than you were before?
I have, but I have so many toxins in my body that I went through healing crises, what we call healing crises, where we start to flush the toxins out, and so we could maybe not feel good for a week or 2.
Okay.
And I was listening to a lot of people, and I've been following a lot of people, and I learned about that. And it's funny, I heard stuff as I needed to hear it.
Right.
So I said, okay, that may be what's going on with me. So I wrote it out. And I didn't mistake and say, oh, well, this isn't good for me. I wrote it out, and I came on the other side and felt a lot better than I had when I went into it. And I came out feeling really good, and I get less healing crises now.
Wonderful.
So yeah, it's been working out really great. Yeah.
Well, I'm so glad that you shared your journey with us. And if people would like to find out more about your healing journey, how would they go about doing that?
They can contact me at Empower Yourself for Health. It's a number 4. Empower Yourself, number 4, health.com.
Great. And if you had one thing that you would want people to share with people so that they really understand, what would that be?
What I would want people to know is you may feel stuck, but don't think that stuck feeling is forever. I thought, losing weight eluded me for over 35 years, but I kept at it, and I may have went off of it, but it was still in my mind, and I wanted to do it. It was going to be the last thing I did on earth. So you have to want it, you have to strive for it, you have to scratch for it, and you have to claw for it. But it is there. It is there for the taking.
Thank you, Laurie, for sharing all about the diet changes and sleep and stress and everything that you did.
It is my pleasure.
To share your journey to wellness or find out more information, visit our website at worldwellnesseducation.org. We make a difference one story at a time.